In today's episode, we pull apart the German monstrosity, make improvements and research a Mark V tank, stick together a French manly girthy weapon of destruction, squirt at billboards in the arena, stick some German weaponry on our own tank, and pull it apart even further. Stick together a marvellous Mark V contraption and make it look absolutely fantastic by colouring it in with crayons. We stick some flappy paddles on the top of it. We also get murdered. Are you tired of paying full price and waiting for sales on your games? Well, let me introduce you to instant gaming, where seriously, that is no longer an issue. Massive discounts on all your games. Make sure you click on the link in the description and get that checked out ASAP. Do it now. Alrighty, back at it. And before we get really started, a message popped up on the tips thing, and it said, make sure that you have the right buildings in your production hall to avoid penalties. And I thought, oh, hang on a minute. So I'll just show you what I may have just discovered. So, the buildings that I do have mainly help in the assembly focus, so the man-hour cost is reduced. However, if we look over here, machinery workshop requirements, to gain a bonus for producing your tanks, make sure your production hall has the right kind of workshop facilities built. And I've got the wrong ones. So, I need riveting, casting, rifling, and cutting. And I've got milling and I've got bending. Bending is only really for the other one, so I might swap that out. So, riveting, casting, cutting. We'll try that. Did this one do cutting? No. Riveting, casting, rifling. That'll do all three, and then the other one. So let's just have another quick gander and see which ones I do have. My memory isn't the most fantastic, so I might need to go in and out. But it is what it is. So if you've just joined, this is Arms Trade Tank Tycoon, the alpha build, which very few people can currently play. Oh, look at this, look. Hull hardening. We don't need that, we'll get rid of that. That wasn't one of the ones. But a riveting hull was, so we'll give that a good lapping. Bending, that helped with the other one. Milling, I think we needed that one. Casting, was that one? I think that was one of them. And sub-assembly line. Improve the production process by breaking the entire manufacturing cycle into smaller separate phases for individual things, and that gives you a man-hour doodah. So now I'm going to get rid of that as well, and I'm going to swap it for rifling was one of them. That fit both, and I do believe it was casting. But you can only have 4 buildings. So, rifling, riveting, milling, and bending. That's what we currently have. Let's just have another quick gander. It was cutting, the other one. Riveting, rifling, milling, casting. That was the 4 that we're going to get. We can't do all 5. Riveting, bending, casting, rifling. So we'll get most of them. So that should actually help. And with the... yeah, we only lost 5% on that. So that should actually speed things up, which would be wonderful. Efficiency is key. Now, this is the Whippet. And we're not building any of these yet. It's got many defects because it's horrible. But this beast of a thing is the one that we're going to be focusing on for the time being. And we are currently building 18 of these. We need about, what, 7 more after that to fulfill the contract. And then we'll have lots of wonderful money. And we've recently acquired this, a wonderful tank of the Germans. Now we're trying to find weak points in it so we can murder them. So this thing is actually quite girthy on the front with the armor thickness. It's not the best at ricochet, but we need to find a way to penetrate this, because this has a lot more armor on it than what ours do, which is not ideal. So we need a better cannon, and we need more armor. I think that's the way that we're going to go. Once we have disassembled this a little bit, we're currently working on their cannon to see if it's better than ours. We are going to then look at trying to beat this in any occasion. So that's why I've gone for the blended tank that you saw a minute ago, with a turret here and some machine guns on the other one, so we always have an anti-tank weapon, which is something I couldn't do in the previous demo. This, however, should be a lot different. So, how do we best do this? So in the research, I am researching some lovely things. We've gone for bolted assembly previously, which is wonderful, and I actually need to put a new hull for that. That will improve the structure reliability and things, which is wonderful, and make it a lot cheaper to build. Currently we use these rivets and they're not the best. Bolts will be much better. We are currently researching. What are we researching? Oh, we're not researching anything. I think that we've just done it. Fair enough. We've currently just got the, well, researched this as well, the solid shot. Hopefully that will go through the armor, but I'm not entirely convinced. I think we're going to have to work our way over to the improved naval gun to really get through them, but we'll have to see how that turns out. Mobility is a big issue as well. Sticking the better fuel in there would be marvellous. And then we've got improved running gear and all that other crap. The new engine, that will definitely help with reliability. But we can just go straight to the new hull, which is a lot better in terms of protection and reliability in general. So I think this is going to be the way forward for the time being. Looking at the weight, so the weight is 14.5 tons, and the weight of the other one is around, it's not actually that much different, which is marvellous. So I think I'll go for that next. I don't think you can stick a little cab on it like that. And that'll just give a few more bits of goodness to it, but we'll see how we get on. If I can get that, that's a massive armor upgrade of reliability in general, and that will definitely give the stats of our tank some wonderful goodness. I'm hoping I can stick the combo Sponson on, because if I can, that means we can have 2 machine guns and 2 cannons on at the same time, which would be lovely. Firepower, we need mobility and reliability after that, I think. So I'm going to go for this straight away. Why can't I do this? What is going on? Let me figure this out. Turns out I need more people. We're going to hire 30 more engineers. No, I'm not. I'm going to hire 40 more engineers. That will fill everything, so when I'm busy doing stuff, we can always get the good stuff in. Like that. How wonderful is that? What I could even do is hire 60 more workers in the production. That'll speed things up also. I will do that. Can I slide this up? Yes, I can. There we go. 60 more. Wonderful. Now, yes, that is more wages and things, but Bayek is going to assist us immensely. So here we go. We can now get people on it. It's going to take 44 days to research this, but it is definitely worth doing. Stick a few more people on the design as well. So then we're at full capacity, essentially, which is marvellous. Get that done a little quicker. And in here also, I don't think they've put a... Oh, hang on. Can I just type it in? Oh, I can. Oh, wonderful. There you go. This will mean I can build tanks quicker, which means I can sell more of them. We just need to make sure that we have enough supplies. That was a bit of a thing last time. We kind of ran out. We need to be buying loads and loads and loads and loads in as much as possible. I don't want to do it from Europe because it costs so much money. It is not very nice. If I could just find... Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm just being a bit dim. We must have had a load in. So we'll have a look at this. If I wanted to build a load of these, I think it was North America I got it from. Yeah, look, see, 16 of these, and it's going to take loads. So I'm just going to have to keep buying it in. So we'll get rid of that and just max out all the iron I can do and everything else. I wish I could order more, but unfortunately I cannot. This is the maximum. Once you got one order in, you can't just magically get another order in. If we have a look at our stockpiles here. Oh yeah, oh no, it is already coming in. 4 days left. And that's what's coming in. Hopefully, if we just keep bringing it in, we'll be fine. So we're just gonna wait a little while, really. And see what's going on. If you like this game, stick around. Press that like button on the video now if you're enjoying these. That will be absolutely wonderful. It certainly helps me out. We've now designed the thing. So, just move my mic out of the way a little bit. What was I working on now? I can't actually remember. Oh, we built that. Oh, it says experimental. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we took this for a spin, but that got stuck. So I redid it a little bit, but without it. So I'll have to take that for a spin now. This is the B Mark II. So this has improved armor, better engine, better sponsons, better machine guns. Everything's just a little bit better. I just need to stick, well, design that so I can edit that in engineering now and get that done, but I don't think they're quite ready. Now we've got 8 days left because currently we are sticking together this 75mm artillery gun that we've stolen from the French design. I want to see if I can bung it in something. It would be absolutely lovely if I can do some good stuff with it. So the kinetic penetration is very good, but it is an artillery piece, not an anti-tank gun. But the shock penetration is quite lovely, and I reckon that that will go through. But the range is marvellous, and if that goes through something, then absolutely we're going to just blast them at a range. So there's that to consider. To be completely honest, would it work? I don't quite know. Would it be good against other tanks? It does have the range advantage. If you look at the 6-pounder, the range is 16. So you'd probably get a few shots in before they came close, but would it knock it out? That's a good question. Would you even hit it? And the accuracy is a lot lower. So it's hard to say, really. And at the moment, I've got nothing where it sits in. So we're just going to have to wait for that, to be completely honest. So if we have another look back at design, we can see where we're at. I don't think there's really anything else I can really stick together. So this thing is a bit of a draft. So this one, I think I explained this in the other video. When the British Army want reinforcements, if it's anything like the demo, they'll probably want same hull and the same running gear, which is the tracks and things. So this is what this is. We'll just have to see what they do, to be completely honest. But a lot of these, I think they're just going to have to sit around and do nothing for a little while, to be completely honest. I don't think there's much else they can do, but they'll be ready to do whatever I want as soon as we're going to go. So we'll just see, I think, now, if this whippet can whip it around the proving grounds and actually be able to get up that bit of a hill. The engine that we've got in, I don't particularly like. It seems to lack luster. On paper, it's a lot better, but it... Well, if you saw the last episode, it just didn't want to know, did it? So that one's still going through test drives. That's the older one with the thing where we got stuck on. But we can take the other one for a spin, which is this one. and have a bit of a gander. Let's just see if we get stuck again. So this is our wonderful tank of goodness. I think I put the wrong paint job on it, but it is what it is. Oh, I think we've got some kind of graphical glitch. There you go, devs. Fix that one. It looks like we've got elastic bands sticking to the back of it. That might be what's slowing us down. Just... it certainly feels like it, trying to get up this hill. Come on. See what I mean about the engine? Just ignore the graphical issue for now. The devs will be watching this. So, there you go. I don't know what you want to call that. It is what it is. It seems to be to do with the MG mounts. I don't quite know. Well, we've got a ramp up here. This is what we got stuck on before. All these guns you can grab. I think this is the new French machine gun in, which is better if I could just shoot. There you go, that's that one done. This is where we got stuck before. Will it go up the hill? Oh, much better! Oh, that's marvellous. Oh, that's nice. We can't traverse down, so we'll have to do that as we're whizzling around here. Oh, but this is much better. I might take the tail off all the others. Seems to be a different kind of tank. What am I firing here? There we go. Just squirt at that, please. Oh, the depression isn't great. Can't quite get it. No, I got that one. There's one at the back. No, that one. Come on. I might get it if I go forward. There you go, we hit it. We get points for that. If you get about 300 points... Oh, where are we going here? Come on, that way. There you go. Yeah, if you get about 300 points, you get a bonus to production and things, I think. Can't quite remember what it is. You're just going to whiz around and murder it. Oh, come on. This is where the engine was lacking last time. I definitely might get rid, though, of... what? Which one's that? 2. There we go. I definitely might get rid of the running gear. Not the running gear. The tail thing at the back. I know historically... Yeah, they got rid of it anyway because it turned out it didn't do anything. It was supposed to help tanks turn by lifting the back up. But when one of them got broken due to, I think it was artillery, it didn't seem to make any difference whatsoever. So there is that. I do like machine guns on this. They certainly do square. Having the full range coverage is quite marvellous. There's some people over there. That one. There we go. I don't know if that's just up the hill where we're going to be going anyway. I don't have the traverse to get that. They don't like to go up. Could do with a better mount for these machine guns, really. They allow it to wriggle around sideways, but they don't go up and down very much. To be fair, there's not much room in there, believe it or not. There's 4 people in there with a fat engine. The engine pretty much suits all the front part. That very front part there is the fuel tank, just where you want it, right at the front of your tank. And there's a few extra bits flying around. You see the few jerry cans on there. Ammunition is stored at the side. I definitely think that tail thing in the back needs to go. Come on! Oh, you're kidding me. Come on, come on, come on. No, it might have to give us a minute. I'll get up. Come on! So close. I've been trying to do this for like 3 minutes. It ain't going up. That's really annoying. Not gonna lie, it's stuck in this ditch now. It just don't want to go up here. That is infuriating. Never mind. It is what it is. We'll just have to wait for the next thing, I guess. Oh, trials have completed for that. But we do want to put them on for the new Whippet as well. The first one I weren't too keen on. But it will be good to see the difference between the two. One has the wheel at the back and the other one doesn't. Stats wise, it will be very interesting to see. So we have a look at the design thing. I think all the defects that the tank has, we can fix them by throwing money at it. This is the one that did it. So as you can see, it's not great. So crew performance, crew awareness, blocked vision ports. We can throw money at it and fix that. Crew aiming, internal obstructions, crew limit, so people that are in the way. Crew safety, because they're so crammed in there, you're basically sniffing each other. Limited crew space, yeah, because they're all crammed in. Crew crammed environment, oh absolutely, it's awful in there. Mobility, obstacle trench width, insufficient structure, rigidity, so yeah, it's not great, throw money at it. Operational range, extra power loss due to the mass limit, that's because it's too heavy. Roll speed, insufficient vibration dampening, so if you go too fast it just vibrates itself to death. And look at that, everything has been fixed! How wonderful is that? Still ain't great though. Oh no, we still got these. Still, crammed environment is affecting the structure, and crammed environment... the penalty is not lovely for the crew. They're not the nicest place to be, these things. But it is what it is. To be completely honest. Oh, this one's actually a little bit better because it has the machine guns on it, whereas this one doesn't. We'll just have to see what the stats end up being. So if we have a look at mobility, for example, which, if it lets me scroll up, is all the way up here somewhere. All the way up there. So mobility, agility, obstacle, step, blah 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 blah. That's what we're looking at. On that one, it's much better. Apart from obstacle trench width. Okay, but the step height. Oh yeah, that's the one with the wheel. Oh yeah, the one with the wheel is considerably better. Supposedly, and at least in terms of stats. So, I don't know, you make up your mind. You tell me in the comments what you think. But, it is what it is. We're just going to wait a little few days now. A battle has concluded, and the Germans have won again! Can you believe it? That's just not very nice. This is the outcome. Our soldiers' inability to hold the line and withstand the enemy's assault is a disheartening display of incompetence. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, not very nice. Ooh, the turret has been unlocked. And the reverse engineering. Let's have firepower hard, accuracy, range, gun depression, kinetic penetration. Oh, it doesn't penetrate that much, actually. We might be able to avoid damage. Our gun appears to be better. Well, that stands pretty well with us then. These machine guns, are they going to be better than ours? Maybe. Do we want the tracks? That might be useful. Imagine them on a whippet, that'll be alright. The engine might be decent, I don't know. We can even unlock the hull itself. That'll be quite entertaining. I think we'll go for the parts that we could probably most likely use, which is going to be the tracks. I might even see if that engine's any good. Tracks we've got are okay for the time being. We'll try the engine first. It's going to take 6 days to pull that apart, and then we can make it ourselves. Once we've got a few of these bits, I might see what we can even do in the design. Or in the engineering department, whichever one it is. Here it is. This is the new gun. Well, this is the one that the Germans are using. Quite a girthy thing. And if we have... Well, what we can do is see if we can bung some stuff on it. So, that recoil cylinder is better than the other one. We'll use that. In here we can put a recoil guard. That'll be good for gun depression and elevation. So we can improve it that way. If it'll let me. Let me just... It's not behaving. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I just needed to make a technically new one. So it's got all that. It's got all that. Got all that. Gun breach. I think the one that's already in is the better one. And it's the cheapest as well. How wonderful is that? That's rate of fire, and this one it's fantastic. The elevation is pretty good, and it's not very heavy neither. So these are all the different bits. Look, this is the one that works well. That is whatever that's from. Might be one of the French, not too sure. But there's that. So what we can do is stick it together. That's the one that's currently on the German one. This one is just a little bit better in depression and things. So if we compare that with our 6-pounder, looking at the stats, the German one range is much better. The accuracy is lower though. The rate of fire is double. Wow. Gun elevation about the same. Anti-ricochet damage. Oh. Theirs is actually miles better. Oh, I'm glad I did that. We're going to have to swap out all our ones for this gun. And we'll improve it further by sticking this in it. Ah, yeah. Right, well, I'm glad I did that then. So if we have a look at the design over here, so we currently have this in there. What I might do is swap that out and stick that in. Now that's a better gun. So we just need to bung it together and that'll be marvellous. See what else the Germans have made that we can stick together. One thing I do want is a turret for the Whippet tank. That will be marvellous soon enough. Well, in a second. There we go. We can get the engineering lads back onto it now. So they were sticking together that French artillery gun. That one. We can now stick that on tanks. I don't know what we can stick it on apart from that French gun, but we'll get this stuck together ASAP. 10 days to recreate that. Interesting. Just broke down this engine. We'll have a quick gander at that in a moment, but the next thing that I want is the tracks. So we'll get the lads sorting that out. It's only going to take 5 days. But if we have a look at engineering, we can have a gander at this engine components. That's it. So is that better than ours? That's the French one. I don't think I liked it. But this thing, agility is higher. Road speed is lower. But it seems to have a lot more grunt, obstacle, step height. I mean, it's considerably heavier. The operational range isn't great. The crew comfort is awful. But it will get it around. Can we improve upon it? So we've got, that's crap, that's crap. That's heavy, but a little bit better. It might be worth doing that one. It's a lot lighter. And it apparently improves stealth. Okay. It shaves a fair bit off. Let's have a look what else we got. That's the one that's on there, which is that flywheel. These ones are a hell of a lot lighter and cheaper. To be fair, you don't get much stat difference. Carburetors. The ones that we have in here, what's that? Cross-country speed. Don't really care too much. That's reliability. That will be better, and it's, again, so much lighter. The German stuff just seems really heavy. For whatever reason. Radiators. I do think that that one might be better. That's got... Or maybe this one. Yeah, that one's better. If you look at the stats, that's reliability, comfort. People are happy with that. The range is better, and the obstacle slope angle is pretty good, and it's about half the weight. Again, transmission. Ooh, this is going to be a close one. Again, half the weight. I do really want to reduce the weight on it, just because that is a heavy engine and I won't be able to use it in the Whippet, for example. Well, that ain't too bad if I use that one. It's also cheaper, to be completely honest. Cheap is always quite nice in the right situations. I think we'll go for that. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to save that, and when we get a chance, we'll bung it together and compare it. I do think it's better, though. The other Whippet went around. There's similar defects. We'll throw money at it just to fix it. I'll just run through all these. Alright, so let's compare the two properly. This one, look at mobility. Yeah, the one with the running gear at the back is better. In terms of stats, to be completely honest, this one's got the other machine guns in it as well. Remember, that's why the crew comfort things are a little bit better on it. But no, I think we'll leave it at that. For the time being, at least, anyway. The tracks have now been sorted. Let's have a quick look. Don't know what the weight of them is. We'll have to break it down and have a good gander. But the next thing I want, that central cab that's more for viewports and things. I don't know what I'll do with that. I think I'll research the hull itself next. Don't know how long is that it's going to take. 8 days, oh, it's not too bad. But we'll get the tracks in the engineering as well now. Here they are. Weight. Ooh, that's juicy. So, attributes sum. Okay, so that's a total. And how decent it is, maybe, I think. It's hard to say. Crew requirements for the Whippet tracks 3. Crew requirements for this is 1, but that is 5. That is insane. It can hold pretty much as the other one. So, that is a lot better at going over obstacles. That isn't. Transportability of this one is a lot greater. The crew comfort is higher. The reliability is through the roof. I think ours is better, but if we compare that with a Whippet, for example, agility in ours is a lot better. Ours is a lot better. It can hold a lot more weight. But is that really necessary? And then we've got some bits that we could potentially stick on it to kind of wriggle it away. These are the French spring rollers. They're heavy and crap. The German ones are very good, actually, but they weigh half a ton. And the spring rollers, the British ones, they're a bit of a blend of both, but you've got more range. And they're a lot lighter, so I think I'll stick with that. But then again, if it was to be used on a Whippet, for example, I don't think that the weight would really matter. So maybe sticking with the... Oh, then again, it's a lot cheaper. What do you think? Would you go for the German ones or the British ones? Cost and expense versus a little bit more stats and a lot of weight. Hard to say. Maybe just because the German ones are a bit better in that department. What's the range there? Operational range, is that on there somewhere? 5, that's no good. We'll stick the spring rollers on it for now. This is the big wheels at the front that actually turn the damn thing. So, which one is better? Oh, again, hard to choose. That's the one that they've got on. Theirs is actually quite rubbish. Heavy, doesn't do the job. That one is quite good. That one, I reckon, is even better. Just because it's a lot lighter and things. I like that. Then we've got the sprockets. Theirs is not bad. Theirs is actually a lot better. There'll be a lot of new design pieces, I'm telling you. That's the French one, I think. That's crap, heavy. Theirs is a lot better. It's a lot lighter. You've got more road speed and everything else. I like it. Yes, we'll stick with that. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but it is what it is. Our production has finished. We need to build a few more of these. And now we have these which have been upgraded. Riveting, casting, rifling, all that kind of crap. I don't even think all of them are there yet. But I need... Oh, hang on a minute. In contracts, why is that not there? That should be there. 5, 6, 7 of them. And does this give me a boost? It's hard to say. I mean, it will do. We'll get 7 more built because I needed 25. 10 days. Oh, that ain't bad. Where's that contract? 25 B Mark 1s. Deadline remaining 35 days. 10 days to get them built. And then it'll take 15 days to ship them over. So we've got about 10 days spare. So that's comfortable. So we just researched the engine. Oh, it might be the gun. Yeah, it was the gun. So now we can stick the engine together. I do want to have a gander at this. I do think it is maybe a little bit better. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, the obstacle thing is. It'll get you there because it's got some chunk behind it, but... Oh, it's hard to say. Ours is a little bit faster. It's the obstacle, step height, and angle. This rolls it up. The operational range is a bit crap. The stealth is awful. Might just pump out a load of smoke. Crew comfort's a lot lower. I might stick it together. What other ones was there that we wanted to do? There's the track, but I don't think they'll use that just yet. Oh, hang on a minute. Modifications. I've just clicked on the hull. Modifications, I can click on that. It's giving me an assign. Ah. Click on that one. Oh, so is that just a permanent feature on it? Ah, I didn't quite realise that. Okay, so I've been missing out on stuff here. So if we have a look at the Whippet Mark II... Oh, I don't know now. We'll find out. Oh, no, that's just showing me what's down here. Ah, right, okay. I'm just being a little bit dim. So... I mean, there's all this stuff as well, which I want to bung in, and it's not going to let me now. I'm going to have to wait 8 days. Ooh, what a lemon. Well, when we have our new component together, once we've broken apart the German hull, we might have a few fresh bits. New materials have arrived. Let's order some more. We're definitely going to need them. Jeez, I'm telling you now. I need everything. High carbon steel is building up though, and that is the one which I reckon I can sell for a profit, but only if I really bought it from North America in Oceania. I want too bad neither. High carbon steel 5. Oceania buying at 5. Middle East. Oh, I keep looking at the wrong one. Oh, hang on a minute. Iron. Glass. Oh, have I been looking at the wrong thing? Oh, I'm an idiot. Maybe glass is cheaper. Oh, I don't know now. Is that the price of the... Oh, it's got to be iron. Oh, it's the glass that's cheap. Those dots, they need to change. They should be above, because I'm always getting confused. So if it's the glass that's cheap, and I can sell it for a profit, I'll just buy a load of glass as well. Yeah, that's free money, because we barely use it, so I might as well bung it on an order, aren't I? There you go. Yeah. Wasn't high carbon steel. Yeah, developers of these set of dots need to change so that it's above it, so you know what's what, because that is just incredibly confusing. We now have the hull unlocked, and there's more stuff in there that we can have a good gander at. I am going to do this central cab thing now and see what we can do with that. It's only going to take 3 days, so that's a nice quick one. And here it is. That is the A7V. So we have the two different sights. Our sights are better, which is nice to know. Our armor is better, which is good to know. Our riveting is... oh, there's the bolt assembly. There's the crew coat safety structure. It's just a lot better. Bolted assembly. I need to make a new hull, really. Vision ports. Theirs are better. Yeah. And the whole door. Ooh, ours is... oh, what's that? Rear thickness. Rear... oh! That is a girthy one. I like their door. That increases the armor on the back of the thing by a huge amount. That is interesting. So, in that case, we'll just save that. But what about our sponsons? So, if I was to make another sponson, we'll use the good iron, the riveting, because that's just better. There's no thing there. We still only use our only door, which is a little bit annoying. I would have liked to have used that in another section. Can we use it on the male sponson? I don't think so. I think it'll be very similar. No, I was hoping that we could increase thickness on this thing. Now, is there anything... I think this is nearly done, but is there anything that we can further do? Oh, I suppose we'll find out in a moment. We'll get on with that. Yeah, so again, I'm going to make a new hull. We're going to have our sights, or I think it's the French one. I think the Mali is the French one. That is the thickest steel. I'll have the rivets, not the rivets, the bolted assembly rather than the rivets. More ammunition storage there. Can't do anything with the communications there. More shell storage. Fuel, we'll bung that on, that's all good. Vision port, the best one is the German one, so we'll stick that in. The hull hatch at the top, which is in a stupid place. The hull hatch Mark II is a lot better. Look at the crew comfort, or safety, that is marvellous. The hull door, we can use theirs, which increases the thickness of the thing by a huge amount. We can put this on it, roof ricochet, that'll protect against grenades being thrown at us, and then we've got this thing at the back which I'm still going to use. So this will be the Mark V version, and that combines our current best stuff and the enemy's best stuff as well, so that's wonderful. We can get that sorted. So in making a new tank, what I do want to do is use the one that we've just used, the Mark V one that we've just put together. The engine, I believed ours was still better, but it wasn't as chuggy going up hills and things, but I think it'll be alright. The tracks, ours were definitely better. I might double check on that engine. But the sponsons, we've still got the male and female one, which are just as good as each other. I think I had it that way round and that way round. And then we had the German gun. That was significantly better. I do want to put that in there. Oh, that one. There it is. That one was even better than theirs. We can't stick the 75mm howitzer in there. Now on the A? Oh, I think I've done this wrong. I've put 2 male sponsons in. That one should be a lady one. There we go. I'm going to put the French machine guns in because they were better. Lovely. And that would be that. I'll double check on the engine. But we might be in for a lovely surprise. So we've got that. That. Gunner. We need a mechanic. A loader. And again, another gunner mechanic. Did I do that? Machine gun gunner, should I say. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, the mass limit is getting there. I think that German engine is considerably heavier, and we will be touching the mass limit that little bit more. It'll slow it down. To increase the mass limit, we need better tracks. Their tracks weren't much better, and they were just awfully put together. So we'll stick with that, I think. I think this will be a good improvement. We just need to research that female Sponson and the new hull that we've just done. The crew, we've got enough crew in there. You don't want to just stash more in there for the hell of it. And it is what it is. And then, yeah, expendables. Now then, armor-piercing shells, yes. And high explosive. You can't have more of the same, which is completely fine. Ammunition for the machine guns and some petrol. Now, this should mean accuracy, range, damage. Oh, look! Kinetic penetration is now up to 40. Which means we can penetrate that German armor. Oh, that is wonderful. And shock penetration. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, we'll smash them to pieces. We need this in service. I'm going to stick this together. We need that hull and that female Sponson, and then everything will be wonderful. Let's do that as soon as possible. That is a game changer. They haven't actually been in combat with each other, against each other yet. But that will be around the corner, and I want to get ready soon for that. It's going to take 9 days to put that whole piece together, and then it won't take long for the Sponson. What I could do is design another one, seeing as we've not done this one yet. With the new armor and the new rivets. Might as well give it a small update while we're at it. I can't assign it, but I want to save that. Where's it gone? Yeah, there you go. Save. So we only need to do it once, and then that will be good. Quite excited about that now. We'll just wait for things to get done. Our tanks have been finally built. Now I need to make sure that they get over there to the military ASAP. So we'll go do that now. I am hoping there's going to be some combat soon. We've got a load of these. Required for contract. All of them. 25. Now we'll get these William and partners into it. The capacity is 25. And if orders keep getting bigger and bigger, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. But they should be there in about 14 days. That will give us plenty of time. Plenty. So they're on the way. We'll get a nice paycheck soon. We've also finished something in here. Oh yeah, it was that central cab that we've done. Turret hatch. Ooh. Well, anyway, there's that. I've just got the machine gun left to do, and then we would have had a proper look at how this German tank operates. But I definitely want to get that hull sorted and everything else just to be able to produce those new tanks, because they're going to be far superior. And once I've done that, I can just build a few, maybe, I don't know, 10, 20, something like that. So in 2 days, I think it is. Oh, sugar lumps. Yeah, we've just finished that machine gun, so we can have a quick gander at that. Here it is. This is the German one. And the current one that we are using is that. So the German one is much more accurate, and it has a much higher rate of fire. Gun elevation isn't great, but I think we'll be able to play with that. But the penetration isn't as good. Okay. So, what would you do? More penetration? Or would you go for the Hotchkiss one, which is less accurate? Hard to say, really. Let's have a look at this German one. That's the one that's done. Can we use some of our parts to make it even better? No. So that one is barrel inset mark 1. Ours is better. Theirs is just heavier. And that's just not as good. Oh no! The barrel insert. Oh, that's better. That's one from the French. So we'll stick a French barrel on it. That works. Well, barrel insert, should I say. The barrel itself. Ooh, that one's heavier. German one is pretty good. Ours is a bit crap. I think that one, keeping that on, will be good. The magazine. Magazine part 4. That would appear to be the better one, which is the belt fed. That's the British one. Overall, that is a little bit better. Damage goes up. The penetration is still low. That concerns me. Oh, but that's firepower soft anyway, so it doesn't matter. Ooh. But then again, if you get... Oh, I don't know now. And how much penetration do you need for firepower soft? It's mostly just infantry, isn't it? But if you go against another tank, it ain't going to do anything. But I don't even think the one which does penetrate a little bit more will do anything anyway. And in that case, this would be the better machine gun. So, we'll save that and we'll do that at some point. Let me know your thoughts on that in the lovely comments. Oh, we've got a tank delivery delay of 3 days, but thankfully, that is fine, because we left ourselves with about 10 days to play with. The hull has been done, this one. That is now ready to go. See all the different seats in it and everything. And it was just the Sponson, wasn't it? The female Sponson. There, stick that together. That won't take long. 4 days, and then we can get the design team in to stick it all together and make that German busting tank sorted. And there we have it. That is done. So let's stick it together. Oh, hang on a minute. Did I press the wrong one here? Oh, no. No, there it is. Yes. Wonderful. This is a vast improvement. We've even got... Oh, no, I didn't press that, did I? Damn it. Well, what I can do... Because that should just be a draft. I should be able to play with the crew, but I think it's going to be a bit of a nuisance. So what I'm going to have to do... is technically stick it together again, but they've not done anything on it yet, so it's not going to cost me anything. And then the Warhorse one, and then the male Sponson there, the new female Sponson there, the German new gun. Oh, that should be a female one. There you go, there you go. Yeah, lovely. Then I'd put the German guns on, but it's still in draft, and I'm not waiting for that. So we'll stick with the Frenchies for now. They were better anyway than our own. Then the crew, so I better get this right this time. Commander, driver, loader, gunner, mechanic, and then another gunner mechanic. Like that. There you go. All that's satisfied. Quite nicely. Expendables again. Oh, hang on. Get rid of that. armor piercing, high explosive, machine gun ammunition, and some petrol, and paint. This is going to be a bit of a killer, so what do I do this one in? Do I go for the dirty grey? Or do I go for the toxic green? I think we'll go for the deep green. I do quite like the look of that. The other ones aren't quite funky though. I might even go for this one. Now, I was reading a story actually about a man that was tasked with putting camouflage on one of the tanks when they were first going out, and he hand-painted an entire tank, and then the idea was that other people would copy it, and it was this one. However, when the tanks got going, the tracks themselves picked up so much mud and everything else, it basically was pointless, and this man had spent loads of time doing it. And when it came back for the crap, and you couldn't even see the paint anymore, he threw in the towel, and that's when I think they just scrapped the idea of putting lots of lovely, nice camouflage on it. Because they said they might as well just do it mud colour. Fun little fact for you there. But we'll go for this, because this is going to be the last of the Mark 1s. The next lot is going to be in a Mark 5 hull, which is going to be lovely. And everything's happy on that. We'll assign people 16 days, yes, and then we can start producing some of these. I'll do it preemptively. I will get this machine gun sorted out. Then we can start implementing that. Oh, it takes 2 days for a machine gun. Oh, would you look at that? We are burning in the production hall. Put out the fire. Oh, due to neglect. Put out the fire and carry out repairs so the operations can restart in the relevant building. 14 grand and 18 days. Are you mad? Oh man. And I'm glad it happened now and not... Now look, it's still burning, look. Man, see, well, we've already got the man in there and everything. There's not really any way I could further improve that, which is a little bit annoying. Thankfully, we're not doing anything in there right now. We've got that machine gun just sorted, and our research is about to be complete. What am I researching again? Oh, the new hull. That's right. Well, that comes just in time then. So that's marvellous. So let's have a quick gander at the research again. We're going to have lots of nice juicy things to play around with in here. That's the Mark 5 hull. Much better. It's got better protection in there as well. If we have a look at protection, front thickness isn't great, to be completely honest, but it's so much better than the previous. Hopefully we should be able to sustain ourselves from being murdered. I do think it might be time to improve. I mean, what can we... We should be able to penetrate the enemy's hull and murder them. That shouldn't be a problem. To make that better, I think I'd have to maybe even go all the way down the coastal defense gun to actually get through the enemies. So we'll have to maybe wait on that. Mobility is probably going to be a massive factor. Some new tracks would be good. A new engine would be very good. Oh, the choices. Having that combo one Mark 1 will be rather lovely. I just don't know if it's going to fit on the hull. So, I think what I am going to do, and I could go for the Hornet hull. We've not made any of those other little things yet. So, mobility, improved low pass running gear, just the Hornet thing on it there, and then the extended high pass running, or the tadpole, should have the combo. Surely that will have the combo on there. But I think I might go for the engine, because the one that we've got is crap and I don't like it. To be completely honest, I think we've got the firepower. But are they going to want a little tank. That's what's bothering me at the moment. Now, technically, what I could do is stick this hull on the caterpillars of the German tank, but they weren't fantastic anyway, really, were they? I don't really want to be building the little ones because they don't have a turret on which I can shoot the enemy with. I'm going to try and focus on the big stuff and shove it down the British military that this is the way to go. I think mobility might be the next thing. We'll try and get some petrol in. That will drastically improve things. So, we've finished our Mark 1, Mark 5 hull. That's the best one that we're going to get out of that. And now we're moving on to the Mark 5 hull, which is this. It's thicker, it's better, it's more reliable, it's just improved in every conceivable way. Now what we can do is bung some stuff on it and get a hull together. So what is going to be best? Well, this Sight Mark II is quite expensive, but buy it. Does it give it some good aiming and awareness? That is always key in combat. There's this little socket up there. You see it change? Yeah, much better. Someone's noggin is going to be in there peeking out. We're going to make it out of the RHA steel. Better kinetic resistance. We're going to stick it together with the bolted assembly. That is marvellous. Ammunition storage in there. That's always lovely. Now there's this. External communications. Now that improves the crew awareness a lot. Somehow it increases the range. But crew communications towards the outside of the tank. Now I don't quite know how much that is going to affect it in battle, but I'm going to bung it on and see what happens. And then we can't stick anything on the internal, so eventually that'll be like radios and things. And we've got more shell storage. Fuel as well, that improves the range on it marvellously. And now we have vision ports. Now the German one was the best, but what was it? Oh no, ours is the best. The Mark II. I think it was the other thing that was better. The door. So this is the hatches. That's the ricochet. Crew comfort is marvellous. Again, that is... Oh, apparently that's... Okay, so the hatch Mark IV gives you a little bit more girth, but it's less comfort. I like the Mark II better. It's hardly an improvement, is it? We'll stick with that one. There is a big block of wood at the front, chained on. And that is, if the tank was to get stuck a little bit and lose traction, they can throw that under the track. Imagine this track's on here. And then it would grab it, and then that would then stick at the bottom, and then just give it that little bit of extra traction just to get up. Like sticking a rock under your tyre in a big muddy thing, it just gives you that little bit more to go on. And that's what that is, so it's either that or the roof. Now, these were more improvised by the crew themselves, but this one, we can obstacle trench width is much better. But in that one, you get a lot more of the ricochet armor, but the thickness is just a lot better. And you can actually traverse things a lot easier. So I think I'm going to go with that. We'll just have to see. And then we've still got the tail thing at the back. We have an improved one, which is that one. I think I'll be sticking with that. That should improve the obstacle height and everything else. So that's all wonderful. We will save that and get researching that quite quickly, I'd like to think. And I wonder if I can bung it together when I find the right button, wood design, and see if the stuff we already have works with it. Because if it does, that is lovely. So this is the hull. We can stick the engine in it that we already have. Those tracks fit. So you'd see how that block of wood will work now. And I presume because we have the communication things on the front, it won't really be going forward, but it is what it is. I don't know what you do with that armoured cover. Oh, there's going to be like a little box thing there. That should improve sight and things. And then we've got all the sponsons. We've got a male sponson 4 and a female 3. And then we've got that gun, and then we have the... Oh, we've got the German machine guns now. They were a little bit better. There's more machine guns on this one. I could just scroll around. So you get an extra machine gun in this, which is rather lovely. The weight is getting a little close. We need a commander. See, this thing needs more stuff. Commander, driver, gunner, mechanic. We need a loader. We're gonna need is there one of these which is another commander? Don't think there is. So if we go for, can another one do a bit of commanding? I don't think so. Might need that hatch at the top. That might be what that was for. That's just an armoured plate. But we need the gunner. Might be worth sticking a mechanic in there. So is that going to be better than the other one? Probably. But I will stick it together and just see what happens. Armor piercing round. The main difference is the hull. It's just a lot girthier. But we'll just have a play. I do want to test it. So we'll go back for this one because it's just a little bit funky. And give it some of that. And hopefully we can get that building sharpish. Better get the engineers on sticking this piece together. It's at least a good start. It's going to take 9 days. Resources have also come in. I need to buy more of them immediately. We'll do the same again. Buy loads and loads and loads. As much as we can. Because we are definitely going to need it. How much rubber do we have? How much does it take? That's a good question. Where's it gone? Rubber. Not that much, but iron and carbon steel are the biggest ones here. No, Oceania. Iron and... what was it? High carbon steel? No, medium carbon steel. So we are still better off with the American one. We'll just keep buying more of this. At some point we're going to need more and more and more. And all the glass in the world as well, because I'm hoping that we can sell that as well. 23 days. Let's just keep the resources coming in. We're only at half stock anyway. Our contract has been shifted over. And now we have loads of money. Fantastic. There's currently no other battles going on. Our tanks still haven't been in combat. Oh, but this might be it. Siege of Antwerp between Germany and Britain has begun. Western Front becomes the stage of a siege of Antwerp as troops of Germany and Britain engage in close quarters combat with the Librethine network of trenches, bayonets, fix and grenades explode. Soldiers fight both nail now. Yeah. Oh! Our tanks are in! Look at that! That might mean when this is over, we might be able to actually view it. I don't know if they've put it in this alpha version yet, but on the demo even, they had it where you could visually see stuff. So I'll just have to see. I don't know if that's getting a full rework. Still need to have that chat with the developers. But this is going to be interesting because they have a powerful anti-tank rifle designed to engage and disable armoured vehicles on the battlefield. Now that has a kinetic penetration of 4. I don't think that can go through. That is the Mark 1. So we'll just have to see. And then... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I must have built whippets at some point. I don't remember doing that, not gonna lie. No, I don't think I did do that. I didn't build them. Not too sure. But anyway. They've also got the grenades. Shock penetration. That might be where we're in for a tickle. And SMK rounds. Specialised armour piercing round. We'll have to see. Now this is the first one. That's the Mark 1. So in a few days we should have an idea. Oh, and a new contract. 30 tanks. Requirements for tanks. It's in let's just have a gander. These tanks are expected to have good trench. Blah blah blah. Yeah, let's have a look. I want 30 of them. Specialization, firepower, soft, protection, reliability. So the same as before. And they're still offering the Odysseus with a score of 143. Now, if I can get a Mark 1.5 done, that would be lovely. They do like it. It's a vast improvement. I'm going to stick it in, and I'm going to try and delay it as much as possible. How many tanks am I going to get done? That's another question as well. When do they want it for? Does it say on here? Desired deadline for them to be done. Basically, got 2 months. I need to push that back. How many am I going to get done? That's a good question. But what I can do is just wait a little bit, because we have 7 days before it's stuck together, and then we can actually start producing it. So I'm going to wait till then. This doesn't make any difference at this point, but we'll know how many we can actually build. But we do have new research done as well, so we have to have a quick gander at that. We've just got the new fuel. See, that is good. I might even go for that steel, but it's a while off. But now we've got the new fuel. I want this new engine. It's just far better. Let's get that sorted. And then that'll be engine sorted for a long time. And then the engineering department was done. They stuck together the Mark 5 hull, wherever that's gone. Yeah, they just glued that together, so that means I can now design the other one. But what do I want to put in here? What did I just research? Oh, it's the fuel, wasn't it? Well, that's just an easy bung it in. Yeah, I'll have to do a new design for that. That's fine. What do I want to engineer there, then? Kind of stuck waiting, to be completely honest. Could just stick a few bits together that we don't have yet. For example, the hull of the A7. Don't think I did that. Now I can see what we can do. Just for giggles, really. We'll get that sorted. 9 days, that ain't too bad. Yes. Now our design has been done. Alrighty. Get it through here. Test it. It's going to cost me 5 grand and 8 days. That way we'll find the defects. I'm hoping we can start building them. can even take it for a quick test run. I think I'll just wait. In 3 days we can actually start building it, because currently the place is still on fire. So we're gonna have to wait again. There we go. Let's start building them. I'm just gonna try and build as many as I actually can possibly build. Don't know how long this is going to take. What do I have resource-wise? They want 30. Still need more iron for that, but I've got more on the way. If I just... Oh, how much iron do I need? Right, we could start with 25, because I can only build Shufty 25 in one go anyway. Sign. 45 days. Ooh, man. That's going to be cutting it close, isn't it? But that really is. Alright, well, let's have a look at that contract. It's only 25. 45 days, and they want this in about a month. Oh, that ain't going to happen. I can push it back a bit. Oh man, I'm in a pickle here. That's going to be close. Oh, they don't like that. It's too far back as well. Oh, that's why I've not clicked it on here. Right, click on that. Push it as far back as I can. As long as we are over, I don't know, 190, we should be good. Oh, that doesn't reduce the score. Okay. Right, we'll go for 30. We'll push it, we'll push it. We'll just stack the price right up. Right up. There we go. And if we get fined, we'll be alright. Oh man, this is going to be cutting it close. It really is. If things go to plan, it should work. 45 days. I'll have about 18 days to deliver it. Which should work. Should. Well, that's close. Oh no. But I'll need 5 more. That could be an issue. We're just going to have to risk it. But again, it's resources as well. Still, I've been buying them loads. There's just more. Well, that is apparently all I've got time for today. Baby is waking up and he needs attention. So I shall see you all later. Apparently our tank's lost. The battle thing isn't actually in it. Unless it comes up later. I'm not too sure. You'll probably have to find out next episode. But if you've enjoyed yourselves, do press that like button. That helps me out a lot. Come and join me on the Discord. There's a few of us on there now. If you want to come and have a chat, you can. That'll be lovely. And make sure you have some wonderful tea and have a pleasant evening. Thank you very much for joining. I shall see you all later. Bye-bye! Another quick thank you for everybody who has watched this video. Thank you very much, especially if you liked and commented. That is seriously helps me out and I much appreciate it all. Thank you very much. Also, all members, a special thank you for those who have supported me for quite a while. And all members who are brand new, thank you for joining the club. Have a good one.